Hey guys, Chris here, and I'm a Ukrainian Canadian. Today is October 25th, 2023, and let's get to the news happening in Ukraine, shall we? So I want to talk very quickly about Avdiivka, couple map updates, and I'm going to wrap it up. So first I want to share with you an article from Forbes just indicating the losses from Russia's side in their Avdiivka offensive. So as the title indicates, the Russians sent 3 brigades towards Avdiivka and only 2 came back. So the Russian losses now exceed 100 armored vehicles, along with hundreds, potentially thousands of dead and injured men. We know it's in the thousands at this point. The intensity of the losses, that is, vehicle write-offs and human casualties per day, divided by the area, now matches what the Russians experienced during the failed crossing of the Seversky Donets River in May 2022. So that was around Bilohorivka, if I remember correctly, and the failed attempted assault on the Ukraine garrison in Vuhledar 6 months later. So within the span of a week and a half, Russia suffered the loss of approximately a brigade-sized force. So that can be between 3 to 5,000 soldiers, which is huge. So despite the huge losses that Russia's been having the last few weeks, the lack of care for human lives is a factor here. Russia simply doesn't care about human lives, and they'll throw as many men as necessary to meet their objectives. And that also will have an impact on whether Russia will succeed with Avdiivka. So also, I've noticed, in the reports in the last few days that there has been a change in tactics from Russia's side, which isn't really a change of tactic. It's just that they ran out of vehicles and they can no longer push with, military convoys that are, with tanks and BTRs and BMPs. And now they simply use human wave tactics. So just throwing infantrymen towards the front line and hopefully hoping that they can overrun Ukrainian positions and exhaust them. So the Ukrainian forces right now are holding strong. They're not allowing any big breakthroughs, but will they have enough to stop the Russians? That's my question mark here. Because of course, exhaustion is a factor here as well. The Ukrainians, are not cyborgs; they're not robots, and they also have, a culmination point. So I really hope that the Ukrainian forces out there are getting everything they need to continue on defending this area. But it is very difficult, and that also comes with losses from Ukraine's side, right? It's not like it's just a one-way street here. Ukraine is also incurring losses. And it's crazy to think as well. My last point is that Russia, uh, they've been playing the same tactic over and over. That's the only tactic they have in their playbook. It's just human waves after human waves after human waves. It's really one dimensional. There's no thinking outside of the box from Russia's side. And unfortunately, in certain cases, it has worked for them in the past. We look at Bakhmut, Soledar, Lysychansk, Severodonetsk front back last year in spring 2022. It has worked for them in certain instances. Mariupol, where they just throw as many men as necessary because they know that the Russians will simply accept their fate as being used as meat. So also speaking of Avdiivka, I want to talk about some developments in the map. And so there has been a few changes in the north of Avdiivka. So that is in Krasnohorivka. So the Russians captured, I wouldn't say captured because this is a very open field, but they are controlling now parts of this terikon, as they call it, which is kind of an industrialized area that is very open. You can see that the last few days that wasn't the case, and Russia was kind of fighting for it. But now they control the area right beside the railway line, close to Stepove. Now, I've been hearing some interviews, listening to some interviews with Ukrainian soldiers, and they say that they're not worried that the Russians kind of control this area because it's very open and it makes them very easy targets in this area. They've also planted a flag somewhere around here, but again, the Ukrainians quickly destroyed it with an FPV drone. So it's a very gray area right now. The Russians might be controlling this Terikon territory, but at the same time, they didn't have a breakthrough around Stepove Berdichi, which would be a more significant loss for the Ukrainians here. So if that happens, which I hope it doesn't, there would be some cause for concern. But the Ukrainians are holding the line. The Russians are not able to cross this railway right now. So let's hope that the Ukrainian defenders are going to be able to hold on to their positions around Stepove, Berdichi, because that would definitely be cause of concern if this line quickly starts falling from Ukraine's side. In the south, there haven't been that many developments, have that many changes from Russia's side here. You can see that they've uh, kind of pushed the Ukrainians a little bit more around Pervomaisky, but that is very negligible gains from Russia's side. So overall, the south is far more successful. So you can see that the Russians are putting more of their forces and they're concentrating far more around the north. They really are hoping for a breakthrough here. So I've seen also a lot of Ukrainian Bradleys, M2 Bradleys being used in this front. So hoping that they're going to just wreak havoc on these Russian human wave attacks. And lastly, I just wanted to talk quickly about Kherson, the left bank. So more raids are continuing on. Today is a very foggy day, apparently in Kherson. So the Russians are reporting that Ukrainian forces are utilizing the weather to their advantage, using boats to carry and move troops in different directions. On the left bank, again, I'm not going to mention where exactly because it's very unclear, but something big is happening on the left bank right now. The Ukrainians are not just crossing the river, the Dnieper River, in one direction only. It's several directions between, basically Novakakhovka all the way up to Holopristan. So there's a lot of activity right now, and the Russians are concerned because obviously the weather conditions make it so that they cannot see anything today. In the morning, at least. So I'll keep you guys updated as to what is happening to the left bank as soon as we have more updates from the Ukrainian general staff, the military. I'm sure we're going to have some good updates in the next few weeks, but there's already a lot of rumors and reports as well that the Ukrainians are doing a lot of raids on significant Russian logistical um, lines in Leshke, in Novakakhovka, Kozachi Lahiri. So there's a lot of developments that I think we're going to get in the next few days. So that's the video for today, guys. Actually, no, I forgot to do one last update, and that comes from Germany. I apologize. So Germany confirmed that they're going to send another $1.4 billion aid package for the winter. And you know why they're sending this aid package to Ukraine? That is because everybody's expecting the Russians to continue doing what they did last year. That is, hit the Ukrainian electrical grid and basically trying to shut off, Ukraine's ability to produce energy for the winter. And so they're going to send more Patriot anti-missile systems, IRIS-T6 missile systems, Gepard air defense systems. So really a great package overall. Again, Germany has been such a key, valuable player in helping Ukraine, winning this war. He confirms, so Olaf Scholz, the German chancellor, confirms that they have sent up to $24 billion of military aid to Ukraine since the full-scale war started. So making Germany the second largest supporter of Ukraine after the United States, which is huge. To think the strides that Germany has made since the beginning of this large-scale war with Russia. It started with Germany pledging to send 5,000 helmets to now giving $24 billion worth of military aid to Ukraine. It's a huge change and a huge thank you to Germany. They've been criticized in the past for various things, but I think that really Germany has proven itself to be a massive leader in helping Ukraine and assisting Ukraine to win this war. And so thanks to Germany, Ukraine strengthened tenfold. They've received some of the most modern tanks, Leopard 2s, the Gepards. They've also received the Panzerhaubitze 2000 artillery systems, the RST systems, just really great systems that are making Ukraine capable to fight against Russia. So huge thank you to the German people and to the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz for that. And because of this as well, Russia won't have the same type of success this year in trying to shut down Ukraine's electrical grid, its factories, terrorizing the Ukrainian population in the winter. I'm very confident that Ukraine has one of the best anti-air defense systems in the world at this point. Its nomenclature is so varied. It has different systems for different countries, and it's really impressive in my opinion. So that's the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. It was a quick update, and let me know what you guys think about Avdiivka. Should there be some cause of concern right now as the Russians slowly move in towards the railway line close to Stepove in the north? I'm curious to hear your opinions about that. And unfortunately, as I said, the human wave tactics do play a huge factor here. The Russians simply don't care about their lives. You know, the average regular infantryman, Russian infantryman, will accept its fate, right? Being used as a simple meat to meet the objectives of their commanders is okay for them. So unfortunately, there is a little bit of success on Russia side in the north right now. So that's the video for today, guys. I appreciate your support and Slava Ukraini.